Good evening, watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said receives His Excellency the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates in Jordan. The Sultan decides to open a new diplomatic mission to the state of Palestine at the level of an embassy. A new visa scheme is announced which allows Omani citizens to obtain a United States visa with 10 years validity. And the tender board awards a number of development projects and additional works worth more than 22 million Omani Riyals. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent cable of greetings to His Excellency Mohammed Wald Al Ghazwani, President of Mauritania, on his election as President of the Republic. His Majesty the Sultan also sent cable of greetings to His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelah, President of Djibouti, on his country's independence anniversary. His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, received His Excellency Ayman Al-Thafadi, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates in Jordan. During the meeting, they exchanged cordial talks and reviewed aspects of cooperation between the two countries in various fields, in addition to matters of common concern. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Yusuf bin Ali bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, the Secretary General and advisors at His Highness's office, and His Excellency Zahir Abdullah Al-Nusur, Ambassador of Jordan to the Sultanate and its accompanying delegation. Stressing on the need to resolve the Palestinian issue fairly and the establishment of a viable Palestinian state on the borders of June 4th, 1967 were the main aspects of talks between His Excellency Yusuf bin Ali bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and His Excellency Ayman Al-Safadi, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates of Jordan. During the meeting, they emphasized the importance of a joint action to reduce tension in the Arab Gulf region through dialogue, and reviewed bilateral relations between the two brotherly countries and means of promoting them in different fields. The two sides agreed on the importance of continuing the works of the joint committee and upgrading it to be chaired by the foreign ministers of their countries. They also exchanged points of view in matters of mutual concern and developments witnessed in the region. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement that in continuation of the Sultan's supportive approach to the brotherly Palestinian people, the Sultanate has decided to open a new diplomatic mission to the state of Palestine at the level of an embassy, and a delegation from the ministry will leave later for Ramallah to begin the procedures of opening the embassy. In a press conference by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, a new visa scheme was announced which allows Omani citizens to obtain a United States visa with 10 years validity. His Excellency Mark J. Severs, American Ambassador to the Sultanate, clarified that Oman is the first country to get this visa scheme during the presidency of Donald Trump, hailing the wise policy adopted by the Sultanate under the leadership of His Majesty the Sultan. This step reflects the strong relations between the governments of both countries, as it will also facilitate the tasks of American investors to the Sultanate within the framework of the Free Trade Agreement. The State Council approved the report of the Joint Committee with Shura Council on controversial articles on a number of draft laws of foreign capital investment, partnership between public and private sectors, allocations and bankruptcy. The Council, in its 13th regular session, discussed a study provided from the Legal Committee on revision of laws of lands in the Sultanate. The Council clarified the importance of finding a unified law for lands that regulates all the usages, in addition to the necessity of governance of procedures of government institutions regulating the land sector and working on unifying them, determining their specializations and supporting the national economy through providing encouragement and a legislative environment for investors at various sectors and reducing obstacles being faced by them in government lands usufruct agreements in the Sultanate. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfouz al-Mandhari, Chairman of the State Council. The Shura Council approved on a session the report of the Health and Environmental Committee on draft of amendments on some provisions of Environment Protection and Pollution Combat Law and forwarded it to the State Council. The Council also approved report of studying reality of programs and practices of social responsibility in the Sultanate and report of studying increased fees on licenses and governmental services. Also, one of the members presented urgent statement on the company developed waterfront in the Wilayat of Matrah. The session was chaired by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal al-Mauli, Chairman of the Shura Council. At a value of more than 22.8 million Omani Riyals, the tender board awarded projects and additional works for development at a number of fields, such as the project of establishing and expanding the Secretariat General for the Council of Ministers building in Muscat, renew the contract of the Minister of Education with the National Transport Company Muwasalat, providing consultancy services to supervise projects of developing Muscat International Airport and Salalah airports. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Dr. Rashid bin Al-Safi Al-Huraibi, Chairman of the Tender Board. In a step which reflects the continuous growth of Oman Shipping Company plans, and in order to fulfill the increasing demands for oil in the markets, Oman Shipping Company signed an agreement with Daewoo Shipbuilding and Marine Engineering Company. According to the agreement, Daewoo will build 3 mega oil tankers for Oman Shipping Company. This comes within the expansion plans and strategies of Oman Shipping Company to update its fleet and provide it with modern ships. The ships will be provided with latest technology that is environmentally friendly. It's worth mentioning that Oman Shipping Company is one of the Asyad Group companies. The signing of the contract comes 1 week after the Asyad Board of Directors meeting, which highlighted the company's profits of the first half of this year, which witnessed an increase by 14% compared to the same period of last year. Still to come, a news bulletin. In Athens, the visitors of the Acropolis Museum had a rare chance of walking through the ancient ruins beneath the museum building. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority organized a workshop on new technologies and the role of 5G networks in the future. The workshop focused on modern technologies, Internet of Things and 5G networks. The workshop was accompanied by an exhibition on 5G technologies like models of smart cities, medical equipment that offers swift medical intervention, and smart homes with their various applications. Ministry of Health organized an exhibition in the Wilayat of Sohar for private health institutions in the Governorate of North Baltina. The participating private health institutions have been qualified to compete for the health excellence for private health institutions. The exhibition introduced medical services provided by private health institutions in order to raise the quality of service and the level of competitiveness in patient care and offer an opportunity for the public to be acquainted with medical services available nearby. The exhibition included a special corner on patient rights and obligations, as well investment in private health institutions and medical licenses. The National Field Research Center for Environmental Conservation in the Diwan of Barakat concluded the first stage of the training awareness program. In My Environment, There is a Volunteer. The program aims to raise awareness among the society members about the importance of preserving the environment. It as well aims to prepare trainers in the field of environmental volunteerism. The National Center, through this program, aims to encourage more volunteers to be part of the program and contribute in protecting the environment. The program was implemented at the premises of Al-Sharqiya University in the government of North Sharqiya and witnessed a wide participation of various society segments. The main goal of the program is to build a generation of students of higher education institutions in order to work in the field of volunteering and environmental training. Visitors to Athens Acropolis Museum last Friday were allowed a rare view of the excavation beneath the museum, where an ancient Athenian neighborhood has been excavated. We have a report on that.
Until now, the open excavation site could only be seen from a balcony and below a glass floor on the main floor of the building. As part of the museum's 10-year anniversary, visitors will now be allowed to walk through the basement excavation, which depicts ancient Greek neighborhoods from the 4th century BC until the 9th century.
The visitors can come down to the excavation and they can see ancient ruins of the city of Athens, especially the area to the south of the Acropolis, and they can enjoy original ruins.
Below the museum's base, which floats on concrete pillars, lies a neighborhood of excavated homes, workshops, baths, streets and drainage trenches, uncovered during works to build the museum. In 86 BC, the neighborhood was devastated by Roman troops and abandoned for many years, but flourished again in the 2nd century, with luxurious houses with painted walls, mosaic floors and private baths being built.
We're one of the first people to say it. Look how old it is, and it's still here, still intact, and we get to experience it today. So yeah, very nice.
The mosaic floor was amazing, and the pipes, the drainage and everything, really good.
In 267, a Germanic tribe from the north ravaged Athens and destroyed the site. But it was revived again at the end of the 4th century, with houses with colonnade courtyards and larger, more luxurious residences of wealthy citizens. Designed by architect Bernard Tschumi with a view to reflect the mathematical and conceptual clarity of ancient Greece, it has attracted more than 14 million visitors since its opening.
Now for the general weather forecast around this altitude, clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning of the coast of the Arabian Sea, and winds will be southeasterly to south light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said receives His Excellency the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates of Jordan. The Sultan decides to open a new diplomatic mission to the State of Palestine at the level of an embassy. A new visa scheme is announced which allows Omani citizens to obtain a United States visa with 10 years validity. And the tender board awards a number of development projects and additional works worth more than 22 million Omani riyals. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, thanks for watching. Good night.